Hello, Ariom. Welcome, everyone. Great to see you again on this Wednesday evening, 6:30 p.m. Yoga Flow, Yoga Essence Institute. My name is Julian. If you haven't practiced with me yet, so as usual, trying to bring most authentic, universal, and mindful yoga. This is Yoga Flow, a bit of Vinyasa, so a little bit more on the modern side of things, but still we're trying to keep things quite authentic. So yoga being more about connection than actual physical movement. I mean, there is physical movement, especially in Vinyasa, where we move with the breath. But again, trying to keep that universal, giving options so that everyone can practice, hopefully. Doesn't matter what your ability is. What's very important is to move mindfully along with the breath. So we'll start straight away. You can find a comfortable seat to start off with. Vajrasana, unless you have knee, ankle issues, easy cross-legged position. Just taking a moment to arrive on your mat, your sacred space. Letting the breath relax. And just connect with the breath for a moment. Just letting the energy of the room, your home, wherever you might be, enter your body, your mind as you inhale. And quite possibly letting go of any frustrations, worries, or stress, anything that has happened during the day, so that you can breathe freely and practice freely, completely present for your practice. Anything that wasn't done during the day, nothing you can do about it now. If you've chosen to come on this space on your mat for this 40-minute yoga class, that's what you got to do. Getting the most benefits by connecting to your breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. And we'll open up the practice with the traditional Om chant. Just one deep, mindful Om to connect maybe at a deeper level, extending the air out the nostrils. You take a deep inhale in through your nose. Relaxing the breath, just feeling into the body. Nice and easy, you can come into a child's pose. So if you're into your Vajrasana, maybe just holding forward, maybe keeping your eyes closed so that you keep the experience within. We're going to start nice and easy, so you can stretch your arms forward, spreading your knees out wide, probably just about as wide as the mat, toes together, and you can bring your forehead to touch the floor. So as usual, we start nice and easy. So you connect with your Ujjayi breath, this deep oceanic breath, as you breathe in through the nose, deep into the back of the throat, into your whole body. Just a slight constriction into the back of the throat so that you feel the friction of the air, creating little heat, starting to warm up the body, the soul, little noise, vibration throughout the whole body. Finding that sense of expansion as you inhale, lengthening into the spine, the softening as you exhale. Just a few deep breaths to really connect before we get some movement happening. So what's important here is to connect with your breath and try not to lose that. as we start moving. So Vinyasa is very much about moving along with the breath. So nice and slow, maybe still with your eyes closed. As you inhale, you can come up, lifting your head, walking your hands back, coming into an easy cat and cow. So you can bring your knees hip distance apart under your hips, hands are under your shoulders. And you can start with an easy cat and cow as you inhale, arching into the spine, looking up. And as you exhale, rounding the spine, looking at your navel. Inhale, see if you can initiate the movement from the breath, from the inhale, as you expand, and then as you exhale, contracting, rounding into the spine, warming up into the spine, the nervous system, getting all that ready for our vinyasa. So we're going to do today probably a little bit of back bending for the health of the spine, the nervous system. Also a bit of twisting with few options, going a little bit deeper. Again, very mindful movement, only do what you can, what feels right for your body. No need to push too hard. As long as you do something a little bit, blood is going to be flowing throughout muscles, joints, and that's enough to energize. So twisting to detox anything that no longer serves you, to keep the immune system nice and strong. So returning to the center, we're going to start getting into the core, stretching your right leg back. See if you can keep your hips nice and squared. Very slowly, you can stretch your left arm up, so keeping stability to your whole body. We start using the core nice and stable onto your left knee, right hand. If you can lengthen. Taking a deep inhale, and then as you exhale, see if you can bring your knee to touch your elbow, curling just like we did before. And as you inhale, stretch that long across the body. Maybe looking forward, slight arch into your back, but trying to keep the back nice and flat as you exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So by flat back, I mean actually to keep your hips and shoulders nice and leveled, so you're not too twisted in any sort of way. One last one. Inhale, extend, and then if you can bend to your back knee or right knee and get hold of it already. If you feel this is too much, you can just hold with your leg and arm straight. Otherwise, getting a bit into a back bend. See if you can kick your foot into your hand, feeling the stretch into the front of your right hip, left shoulder. Slight arch into the back, nice and slow. We release, and we're going to take the other side. So as you inhale, left leg back, right arm forward. See if you can lengthen a little bit more. Again, your shoulders, hips are nice and squared, and as you exhale, you round. So squeeze your navel towards your spine, activating the core. Inhale, lengthen, nice and stable. Exhale. So we keep working with the breath. In through the nose with this Ujjayi breath, out through the nose. One last one, stretch it long, exhale, and now inhale, stretch it long. Again, you can stay there, or maybe go a bit further if you feel ready. Don't worry, we'll have time to go a bit more into it. So if you feel this is too early, no problem, just hold with your arm and leg straight. Nice and slow, you release, walking your hands slightly forward, stretching your hips back to your heels for a quick child's pose, just to release any pressure into the lower back, adjusting your hands so that you're already preparing your hand for your down dog, spreading your fingers nice and wide. As I always mention, very important, I always see people a little bit sort of lazy into the arms. They think that down dog is too much of a relaxing pose. This is actually an active pose. You want to be able to relax into it, but it's actually active. So you don't want to lean onto your pinkies and let your hands open. Otherwise, you can get some issues into the shoulders. You want to rather press onto the index and thumb. Spreading your fingers nice and wide, tucking your toes under. So again, press onto this index, which is pointing forward, parallel to each other, and parallel to the outside edge of the shoulders, ideally. So just a little bit wider than the shoulders. And from there, you can stretch your hips back and up, nice and easy, soft bending to your knees for this first down dog, and a movement that feels good. Maybe you've been sitting all day, driving, I don't know what you've been doing, maybe not enough movement, so you can stretch your hips back and up, maybe going one side to the other. I like, especially at the start, to reach my hips out to the side so that I can feel some stretch into the whole side of the body, from the shoulder, sort of under the armpits, into the ribs, all the way to the hips. One side, the other side, maybe just bending one knee after the other. Nice and slow as you inhale, looking forward. You can walk your feet all the way to the top of the mat. Lengthening into the spine, soft bend into your knees, so bending into the knees as much as you need. Keeping your chest relaxed onto your thighs, and as you inhale, pressing your feet into the earth. Rolling your spine up, vertebrae by vertebrae, pressing your palms together, all the way up. Feel that nice stretch into the whole front of the body. As you exhale, you release, hands to your hearts. Closing your eyes for a moment, making sure that you're still connected to your Ujjayi breath. So we're going to get moving. Again, try not to lose the breath. As you inhale, Ujjayi breathing in through the nose, looking up, you stretch your arms up. Nice and slow as you exhale, diving forward, bending into the knees as much as needed at the start. Fingertips to the floor. As you inhale, flat back, halfway lift, lengthening into the spine. Again, relaxed into your knees as much as you need. As you exhale, you fall, forehead towards your shins. Stepping your right leg back, dropping your back knee, point your toes. We're moving into low lunge, reaching your arms up on the inhale. Squeezing your inner thighs together, shoulders are relaxed. Nice and slow as you exhale, planting your hands, stepping your left knee back, nice and slow. You can start to come down, chest, forehead, so for an easy vinyasa, arching into your lower back. So just like we did before, relax, point your toes, inhale, use your back muscles, lift up, slowly releasing, tuck your toes under, finding your down dog. Few breaths in here. Again, try to pay attention and keep that good alignment with your hands. So pressing also onto that triangle, index knuckle and thumb, so that you're nice and firm into your hands. So you'll be thinking of rolling your forearm inwards so that you press more so to the inside of the hand, bicep outwards so that you relax into your shoulder. You can relax your neck. Knees are bent as much as needed. Feet are hip width distance apart. You can try to keep an even weight distribution between your hands and feet. And then on your next inhale, stretching your right leg up. Nice and long. So again, hips and shoulders are squared. Slowly as you exhale, you can step forward. Planting your left hand, bending into your front knee. Inhaling, right arm up, coming into a nice easy twist. If this is too much, you can drop your back knee, your version, but try to keep lengthening into the spine, and we twist from the navel, lower ribs, and then shoulder, looking up. Slowly as you exhale, you release. Plant your hands, stepping forward, lengthen halfway. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, rising all the way up, palms together. Exhale, you release, hands to your chest, to your heart center. Inhale, we keep moving with the breath, lengthening arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Again, bending the knees as much as needed as you inhale, offering a half forward. As you exhale, you soften forehead towards your shins. Every time you start dipping a little bit more into your forward fold, inhaling your left leg back, drop your knee, point your toes, rising up with your arms, nice and easy. Exhale, release. Plant your hands, right knee to meet the left. Again, we go through an easy vinyasa. arching into your lower back, bending into your elbows. So you always want to have your elbows brushing onto the side of the body as you bring your chest, forehead to the floor, releasing all the way down. You point your toes, use your back muscles to lift up into Ardha Bhujangasana, half cobra, or maybe Bhujangasana if you feel ready, straightening your elbows, relaxing your shoulders, maybe looking up. As you exhale, mindfully rolling your spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae, tucking your toes, stretching back again, lengthening from your index fingers all the way to your hips, sit bones. You can start to release your heels towards the floor. Inhale, left leg up. Lengthen slowly as you exhale. You step forwards, rising up with your left arm for your twist. Again, easy version, back knee on the floor if you feel that's needed. Otherwise, see if you can lengthen from your right hip all the way to the crown of the head. Nice and straight spine. Keep squeezing your inner thighs together, bringing your left knee to your chest, and you twist, opening up. Exhale, you release. Stepping forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, thrusting all the way up, pressing the feet into the earth. Exhale, you release, hands by your heart. And we keep moving along with the breath. Inhale, rise up. Nice and slowly exhale, folding forward. Now separating your feet hip width distance apart, nice soft bend into your knees, and you can get hold of your big toes. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold, bending into your elbows, relaxing the head. See if you can bring your forehead towards your shins, towards your knees, resting your chest on your thighs, maybe straightening your legs to your own ability, nice and easy. Every exhale doesn't need to be absolutely straight. We're still warming up a little bit, but we try to lengthen into the whole posterior chain of the legs, the glutes, lower back. Upper back is completely relaxed. So you should be feeling your head nice and heavy. Maybe doing yes and no, your choice of movement, but nice and relaxed. And then nice and slow, you can really bring your feet slightly closer to each other. So just about right under your hips, so you don't want them to be too wide. And then you can bring your left hand just in front of your feet, in the middle, under your heart, bending into your left knee. And then you can inhale into your right arm up, coming into a twist with your spine as flat as possible, reaching up to the sky with your right hip. One more breath as you exhale, you release, replacing your left hand, we take the other side, soft bend into your right knee, maybe left leg is straight, doesn't need to. If you need to bend, you can bend, but you work towards straightening your left leg so that you reach up to the sky with your left hip. Slowly releasing, hands onto the floor. You can heel to your feet back together, lengthening into the spine to realign the spine. Exhale, forward. Stepping your right leg back, drop your knee, put your toes, reaching your arms up. Nice and slow, we're going to release the right hand alongside the body towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen into the left side of the body, left arm up, and as you exhale, you're going to start to lean towards the right. Couple of breaths there, see if you can sink your hips down a little bit more, bending into your front knee. Navel in towards the spine. Inhale, you come up, reaching your right arm up. You release, left arm down. We take the other side, nice and stable into your legs. See if you can keep lengthening into that right arm so that you feel the whole stretching to the right side of the body. Deep breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Slowly as you inhale, rising up. As you exhale, you release again, mindfully placing your hands for your down dog vinyasa, taking the back toe. We're moving into plank position, chaturanga. You can keep bringing your knees down, or if you feel ready to build up onto your practice, nice and slow as you exhale. Again, elbows 90-degree angle, brushing onto the side of the body, maybe releasing all the way down, or cobra or up dog. Inhale, exhale, stretch back, down dog. Inhaling, right leg up. You can bend your knees, stack your hips. See if you can keep your shoulders nice and square as much as possible. Very slowly, again, mindfully using your core muscles, knee to chest, stepping forward right between your hands, staying up high onto the ball of the back foot, coming onto your fingertips, and you can work towards straightening your front leg, lengthening into the spine. We're staying there for a few breaths, making sure that you press your big toe mount at the front so that you lengthen, reaching your right hip back, left hip forward. So you want to be squaring your hips to the front edge of the mat. One more breath. Nice and slowly exhale, rebending into your front knee, stepping forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Separating your feet again, keep the distance apart. Right hand under your heart. Inhale, left arm up, bending into your right knee. See if you can go maybe a little bit further. Keep lengthening into the spine, twisting at the navel and then shoulders. Slowly release, replace the right hand. We take the other side. Again, as you inhale, tailbone back, crown of the head forward. And see if you can lean back with your right shoulder, top shoulder. Slowly releasing. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold, heel to your feet back together. Stepping your left leg back. Drop your knee. Point your toes, reach your arms up. So we take the other side. Nice and easy. Left hand down. Keep lengthening into your right arm. Reach up. And as you exhale, you lean towards the left. See if you can keep bending your hips. Sorry, bending your front knee so that you bring your hips down a little bit more. If you can bend your hips, maybe show me. That would be interesting. Inhale, come up. Other side. And we're going to build up onto the practice. Maybe going a bit stronger. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, again, plant your hands, chaturanga, plank pose. So we're going to hold this plank pose for a moment, making sure you bring the toes together. Anytime you feel this is too much, you can come onto your knees. Otherwise, you can keep your toes together and slowly you're going to start rolling onto the outside edge of your right foot, twisting into the legs only. See if you can keep your shoulders nice and parallel to the floor. Inhale, come back to center onto your big toes. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. We'll go for 3 rounds. Exhale, around to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Keep working with your core, nice and strong. So we're strengthening here. We'll twist into the lower back. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. Return to center, separating your feet. You can go through Vinyasa. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, stretch back. Down dog. Whew. Inhaling, left leg up. Bend your knees, tuck your hips. Again, shoulders are nice and squared from there. The exhale, you step forward, right between your hands. Slow motion, control movements. Coming onto your fingertips, staying high onto the ball of the back foot. You start working towards straightening the front leg. So if it's still bent, that's fine. You work towards straightening it. What you want is to not lose the squaring of the hips and try to keep your spine nice and straight. So again, from your front big toe, see if you can lengthen all the way to that hip. Staying high onto the ball of your back foot so that you can bring your right hip forward. Hips are squared, heart forward. Nice and slow as you exhale. You're going to release. Bending into your front knee, stepping forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, rising all the way up, hands together. Exhale, you release. Utkatasana, chair pose, bending into your knees. See if you can brush the floor with your fingertips, reaching your arms up, nice and strong onto your legs. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, right leg back. Inhale, your arms up. Now this time we're going to go into your back bend. You can bring your hands, fingers pointing down onto your sacrum, lower back. And see if you can tuck your tailbone under just so that you can feel the flattening of your back, your navel going towards the spine. So you're activating to your core here. And then as you exhale, you can start bending into your front knee and start coming into your back bend, reaching your shoulders back, drawing your elbows towards each other. See if you can drop your hips down a bit more as you bend into your front knee, looking up, arching as much as comfortable into your back. So this is like a camel pose. Nice and easy. As you exhale, you release. Planting your hands. We're going to build up onto what we did before. Stretching back. Chaturanga. Again, bringing your toes together. Rolling onto the outside edge of your right foot. Vashisthasana. Side plank. Reaching your right arm up. So if this is too much, you can always bring your right knee down. Otherwise, see if you can keep the body nice and straight as much as possible from your feet to the crown of the head. So you want to be lifting your hips nice and slow as you exhale. Maybe you can reach your left arm under your right armpit, reaching towards the right. Inhale, stretch it long. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Now this time as you exhale, maybe reaching your arm over your ear, reaching forward. See if you can lengthen from your left heel all the way to your left fingers. And as you exhale, you release. Plant your hand, going through your vinyasa of your choice, lowering all the way down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Whew. Nice for the core. Inhaling, rising your right leg up. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Nice and slow as you exhale. You're going to bring your knee to your left elbow. Touch. Inhale, stretch it long. Exhale, stepping forward. Rising up. Nice and strong for a high lunge. The exhale, you bring your palms together. Leaning forward. And you twist. Hooking your left elbow across your right knee. Keep pressing your palms together. Again, if this is too much, you can always bring your back knee down. Otherwise, lengthening from your back heel to the crown of the head. You want to twist from your inner thighs. So keep squeezing your inner thighs together. And you twist from your lower ribs, pressing your palms together. Right arm up, sorry, right elbow up, looking up. Nice and slowly exhale, releasing. Planting your hands, stepping forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Bending into your knees, Utkatasana, reaching your arms up. We're going to hold that for a few breaths. So see if you can sit down your hips as much as possible. Relax into the shoulders, and you keep smiling. Keep smiling, keep holding. A few more breaths. You're doing fantastic. Keep going. One more breath. Nice and slow as you exhale. You release. Hands to the floor, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Plant your hands. Left leg back. Again, drop your knee. We're going into low lunge for your back bend. Maybe you can add to it by bringing your fingers upwards. If you feel you can go further. Again, tucking your tailbone under. Activating into your abdominal so that you protect your lower back, and then you rebend into the front knee, reaching back with your shoulders, elbows towards each other, maybe looking up. Nice and slow, coming back, planting your hands, chaturanga. Now this time, coming onto your elbows, feet are together, toes together. And again, as you exhale, you can bring your right foot outside edge on the floor. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left, so only twisting into the legs as much as possible. Inhale, exhale. We've got one more round. Inhale, exhale. Last one. And then coming back onto your hands. Taking a deep inhale as you exhale, lowering all the way down, Vinyasa. Inhale, look up, rolling your eyes upwards. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Right, left leg up. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Exhale to your right elbow, touch. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, you step forward. High lunge, reaching up. Exhale, hands together, leaning forward, you twist to your left. Hooking your elbow, Again, press your palms, maybe dropping your back knee if you feel you need to modify. You want to keep squeezing your inner thighs together, nice and strong into your legs. And from your lower ribs, as you exhale, navel towards the spine, you twist, pressing your palms together, maybe twisting a little bit more. So we're wrenching into the spine, detoxing the nervous system. Deep breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, getting rid of anything that no longer serves us, any worry, frustration from the day. Couple more breaths. Still going with your Ujjayi breath, nice and slow. As you exhale, you can look down, framing your front foot, stepping forward. Lengthen into the spine to realign. As you exhale, you fold. Bending into your knees, Utkatasana, reaching your arms up. Now this time, we're gonna bring the palms together, maybe going a bit further. And just like if you were chopping wood, exhaling out to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, out to the right. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, falling forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Plant your hands, stepping back, right leg for high lunge. Reaching your arms up. Again, as you exhale, hands in prayer to your heart, we're going to take that twist again. Now pay attention. For this one, maybe you can open your arms out if you feel you can go further. Maybe still with your back knee on the floor. If you're opening your arms, make sure you don't lose the back of your arm to the outside of your knee. And you keep breathing, looking up, nice and slow, releasing, framing your front foot, plant your hands, stepping back, down dog. Inhale, coming forward, chaturanga, nice and slow. We're gonna exhale, going through vinyasa of your choice. Inhale, look up, exhale, stretch back, down dog. Now, inhaling right leg up, you can bend your knees, back your hips, and see if you can bring your foot slightly forward from behind as much as possible. So this is called the scorpion dog. We come forward over the wrists. So just doing what you can, nice and slow. We're gonna step forward into chest, stepping your right leg forward. And again, we're gonna come into an easy twist, reaching your right arm up. Nice and slow as you exhale, you release, stepping forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway lift. Exhale, you fold, bending into your knees, Utkatasana, reaching your arms up. Opening out to the left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to the right, keeping your knees together as much as possible. Inhale. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway lift. Exhale, planting your hands, left leg back. High lunge. Slowly releasing. Palms together, coming into your twist. Again, maybe staying into your twist, nice and easy, or maybe opening your arms out so you can bring your left fingertips to the floor, right arm up, opening into the chest. One more breath, and then slowly releasing. Plant your hands, stretch back, down dog. Inhale, coming forward, going through your chaturanga. Dandasana, Vinyasa, still going with the breath. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Inhaling, left leg up. Bend your knee, stack your hips again. So you can think of bringing your foot like behind the back of your head and come forward over your wrists. This is like a scorpion dog. Nice and slow, you're releasing into chest, stepping forward, coming into your twist, maybe opening a bit more. Slowly releasing, plant your hands, stepping forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, halfway lift. Now bending into your knees, Utkatasana, reaching your arms up, picking up your right knee. You can squeeze your knee into your chest. And then nice and slow, coming into a tree pose, sort of the foot onto the inside of the leg, so you can keep it as high or as low as comfortable for your own balance. So either above the knee or below the knee, reaching your arms up. Maybe staying there, maybe going further, you can release your right hand to the knee. Maybe leaning to the right with your left arm. Nice and slow, coming back. Exhale, you release arms down. You can help your foot, knee to come back to the front, keeping your knee bent, and you can reach back with your foot, getting hold of the outside edge of your ankle, 4 fingers on the outside, thumb on the inside. And as you inhale, you stretch your right arm, your left arm forward, keeping your hips as square as possible. Exhale, you start kicking your right leg into your hand, moving into densest pose, Natarajasana. Few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Nice and slow, you can release your foot, stretching your right leg back, inhaling your arms up, we come into a high lunge. Now pay attention for this one, you can release your left hand behind you, maybe getting a hold of the back of your thigh, maybe outside of your right thigh, and see if you can reverse this twisted high lunge, turning your right palm up, reach back. See if you can energize into the back leg, maybe bending a bit more into your front knee. Slowly releasing, inhaling both arms up, exhale, bend your hands, going through your vinyasa, one breath, one movement. Stretch back, down dog. Inhaling, right leg up, again bend your knees, stack your hips. So we're going into that scorpion pose. So see if you can come forward. Maybe you can keep your knee bent with your foot reaching towards the back of your head, and you can bend into your elbows, touch your chin to the floor, and then go back up. Maybe you can open, bringing your right foot behind you for a rock star, reaching your hips up, dropping your head back. Hello. Nice big smile. Use your core muscles to come back. Stepping your right leg forward, right between your hands. Coming again into a twist. So see if you can bring your left hand maybe a bit further this time. Out the mat, reaching your arm back, squeezing your thighs together. And again, see if you can lean back with your head. Open up a little bit more. Open up, open up, open up. Exhale, you release. Stepping forward. Inhale, lengthen, realign. Exhale, you fold. Bending into your knees, Utkatasana, reaching arms up. Picking up your left knee, squeeze into your chest. So you take tree pose on the other side. Nice and slow, find your balance. Find a point of focus with your eyes in front of you, just about a few meters. Keeping your gaze, your drishti. Maybe you can take your variation, still concentrating on the breath, so that you don't lose your balance. Nice and slow. You come back. Exhale, you release your hands, maybe helping your knee to come back, so you can keep your knee bent, keeping hold of the outside edge of your foot. Nice and slow, you start moving into your densest pose. Again, keep gazing forward so that you don't lose your focus. Starting with a soft bend into your standing leg and working towards straightening the leg. Slowly releasing the foot. Stretch back, reaching your arms up. Whoops, get your balance. High lunge. Keep bending into your front knee. As you exhale, right hand goes behind, maybe outside of the leg, flipping your front palm, and see if you can reverse. Bending into your front knee, maybe a little bit more. One more breath. Next inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, release. Put your hands, stretch back, chaturanga, going through your vinyasa. One breath, one movement. Exhale, you stretch back. Down dog. Left leg up. Again, you bend your knee, coming forward into your scorpion pose. Maybe you can bend into your elbows, touch your chin, come back, maybe flipping all the way, nice and slow, using your core muscles, reach your head back, another little hello, slowly coming back, using your core muscles, stepping forward, right between your hands, right hand outside of the mat, arching into your spine, keep squeezing your thighs together, see if you can open up a bit more into the chest, should be quite open now with all this back bending, slowly coming back, you step forward, inhale, flat back, halfway lift, exhale, you fold, separating your feet, hip distance apart, maybe a little bit more even, mat distance, toes out to the side, and nice and slow, we're going to find a Malasana, squat pose, elbows on the inside of the knees, or just on the knees if you feel this is too much, but try to release your hips down as much as possible to a very good pose. Maybe if you're waiting for the bus, the train, it's not only good for the hips, it's also very good for the ego and just learning not to being too worried about other people's judgment. So it not only works on the body, but also on the mind. So you can press your palms together so that you feel the opening a bit more into the inner side of the legs, trying to keep the spine nice and long. Taking a few breaths here, maybe with your eyes closed. Just letting the body, the mind relax for a moment. Nice and slow, you can release your hands to the floor. And you can start to reach your hands forward, letting your head drop, shoulders drop between your knees. So nice, easy forward fold, forward. Just a few breaths here. And as you inhale, coming back to center, maybe helping with your hands if you need to, or see if you can keep your arms forward and see if you can bring your legs to the floor, nice and slow. You release, stretching your legs forward. So adjusting your position. If you have a blanket, you can use your blanket. We're going to move into Shavasana, so try to get your blanket just right by next to you, and you keep your arms forward. You're slowly going to start lowering down. So see if you can really relax into the legs, but activate the core, and you roll your spine from your lower spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and slow, control movement. So use that core again, feeling each vertebrae being stretched one by one as you start rolling down. And relaxing your arms, head down. Let your toes drop out. You can separate your feet mat distance apart, maybe covering yourself. If you want to get into a longer Shavasana, you can already maybe switch off the device, TV, whatever you're watching on, and go on for your Shavasana, 5-10 minutes. Why not maybe even 20 minutes, or even maybe play a Yoga Nidra on my YouTube channel, Yoga Essence Institute, if you feel like a lot more relaxation after this physical practice. Otherwise, you can just take a few minutes with us to relax completely, letting the breath relax, let go of this Ujjayi breath. Let go of any remaining tension, particularly in the mind. And just get into that blissful state. Very gently bringing awareness back into the physical body, noticing the breath. You can slowly start to get some movement happening, still with your eyes closed, very slowly. You can roll onto your left side, taking your time before you come back up to a comfortable seat. Just a few breaths in a fetal position. Just feel what you feel in your body, state of mind, beautiful state that you were in Shavasana. See if you can keep it for the rest of the evening. Gently coming up, probably still with your eyes closed, to try to keep the experience within. Sitting tall, palms together in front of your heart. And we'll close the practice by bringing the thumbs to the forehead at the third eye center, bowing in gratitude to the divine light that surrounds us and that resides within each one of us. Hari Om Tat Sat. Peace, love and light. Gently blinking your eyes open when you feel ready. As usual, hope you enjoyed